Hi. Hello, my dear viewers. This is my first time addressing you all through the first part of my full-length novel story. Hope you like it. And you can call me the Ghost Killer. And it would be appreciated if you comment and share some of your ideas. It would be very much appreciated by me. And I will also try my very best to include your ideas in this story, or the new upcoming stories. So let's begin the story after this beautifully created short musical intro.
In a world drowned by secrets, where power corrupts and rebellion rises, one story burns brighter than the rest. Welcome to Flaming Book, where every tale is a spark, and every spark could ignite a revolution. Dive into forbidden lore, fractured souls, and a fire that refuses to die. These aren't just stories, they are rebellions waiting to be heard. Dive into forbidden lore, fractured souls, and a fire that refuses to die. Someone who's seen too much, tired but burning with purpose. These aren't just stories, they are rebellions waiting to be heard.
Title: Rebirth of Faraha. Prologue: The Fall of the Gods. Once before the age of men, there existed a being above gods, above creation itself. Faraha was not born, he was forged from the raw essence of existence when the first light met the first shadow. As reality took form, so too did he, standing as the embodiment of balance. Neither good nor evil, he was the axis upon which all existence spun. Faraha's divine form. Faraha was perfection incarnate. His face, sculpted with absolute symmetry, bore striking features, sharp cheekbones, a strong jawline, and piercing eyes that held the weight of existence itself. His skin gleamed with a radiant glow, neither gold nor silver, but something beyond mortal comprehension, a hue shifting with the essence of the cosmos. His hair, flowing like strands of celestial silk, shimmered with the colors of distant nebulae, reflecting the very fabric of space. When he spoke, his voice resonated through the cosmos, a sound both commanding and soothing, an echo of the first creation. Physical attributes: unbreakable body, indestructible bones, dense muscles, and impervious skin forged from the essence of existence itself. Perfect symmetry and proportions, a body sculpted to ultimate perfection, embodying flawless balance. Adaptive physiology, instantly adjusts to any environment, attack, or condition, making him invulnerable to all harm. Infinite stamina, never tires, never weakens, his form beyond exhaustion. Powers and abilities, limitless physical strength, can lift, crush, and destroy anything effortlessly, from planets to dimensions themselves. Reality warping power, can alter existence at will, reshaping reality with a mere thought. Energy manipulation, absorbs, redirects, and generates infinite energy, making him a limitless source of power. Instant regeneration, heals from any damage in a fraction of a second, his form unable to be undone. Intelligence and perception, omniscient mind, knows everything across time and space, understanding all realities simultaneously. Absolute awareness, perceives all dimensions, unseen forces, and hidden truths that even the gods fear. Unmatched tactical genius, instantly calculates the perfect strategy for any scenario, always knowing the path to victory. Movement and spatial control. Beyond light speed movement, moves faster than perception, beyond time itself, existing in infinite places at once. Instant reflexes, reacts before the opponent even acts, his body in tune with all possible futures. Dimensional travel can exist anywhere at any time, simultaneously, untethered by physical laws. Presence and aura, unshakable willpower, cannot be controlled, deceived, or manipulated, his mind beyond corruption. Commanding aura, his presence alone instills fear or awe in any being, divine or mortal. Divine-like essence transcends mortal limitations, his existence a force beyond gods. For eons, deities, celestials, and gods emerged, shaping worlds and weaving destinies. They ruled the cosmos, embodying primal forces beyond comprehension. The pantheon of gods and celestials. Solmara, god of the sun and fire, cloaked in robes of burning light, his golden hair flowed like molten metal, his eyes twin stars ablaze. He wielded Solaris, a spear that could ignite galaxies. Noctis, goddess of the moon and shadows, her skin shimmered like the void, adorned with celestial markings. Her weapon, Umbra Veil, turned light into nothingness. Zephyrian, god of storms and wind, feathered wings of thunderclouds carried him, while his body was adorned in swirling mist. His warhammer, Tempest Fang, could split the sky. Taravis, god of earth and growth, a colossal being sculpted from living stone, veins of molten gold coursing through his body. His fists alone could shape mountains. Aquarius, goddess of oceans and tides, draped in flowing robes of cascading water, her sapphire hair danced like waves. She controlled Leviathan's grasp, a trident capable of swallowing continents and tsunamis. Cronion, god of time and fate, cloaked in shifting sands, his face obscured by a golden mask. He carried Eon's hourglass, freezing moments or aging entire civilizations. Voidros, god of destruction and devouring, a formless entity of writhing void, eyes consuming all light. His blade, Abyss Fang, erased existence itself. Lunara, goddess of sound and silence, her voice could create or annihilate worlds. Clad in woven starlight, she wielded Echo's lament, a harp whose melodies shattered reality. Morthos, the betrayer, Faraha's most loyal follower, once immortal turned celestial, he longed for dominion over death. A warrior clad in spectral armor, his soul yearned for godhood. Title: The War of Existence. Faraha was unchallenged, a force beyond reckoning. But as eons passed, the gods feared him, for he had grown too powerful. The balance he maintained now threatened their dominion. Fearing irrelevance, the pantheon forged an unholy alliance. They wove deceit into Morthos's heart, whispering of a throne atop the dead, a dominion over souls, a kingdom beyond life and death. You will be the god of death, they promised, no longer a servant to balance, but a master of eternity. Morthos, blinded by desire, did not see the snare. Title: The Forging of Oblivion's Scythe. In the abyss where nothing existed, Faraha stood alone. Time did not flow here, space did not bend. It was a place beyond existence, beyond understanding, a void where even thoughts dissolved into silence. Yet here he would create. Faraha reached into his own form, gripping his ribs with fingers of cosmic strength. With a slow, deliberate pull, he tore a bone from his own chest. Agony unlike any known to gods or men rippled through him. It was not merely flesh parting, it was the unraveling of his very being. He felt his essence quake, his perfection falter, but he did not stop. One by one he ripped them free, each fracture sending shudders through reality itself. Stars dimmed, galaxies trembled, and the very concept of pain echoed through creation. His blood, not red, but a shimmering essence of pure power, dripped into the void, vanishing as if it had never been. With his bones laid bare, he summoned the flames of nothingness, fire that burned not with heat, but with erasure. It was the last remnants of the first darkness, a force so absolute it consumed existence itself. He cast his bones into the fire, watching as they twisted, blackened, and reshaped into a single unholy blade. For days he worked in agony, weaving his own tendons into the weapon's hilt, binding it with the sinew of a god. Each pull, each knot, sent waves of torment through him, but he did not falter. His suffering was creation, his pain was purpose. When it was done, the scythe pulsed in his grip, humming with the power to unmake. It was more than a weapon, it was a final sentence, an end beyond all ends. And he named it Oblivion's Scythe. Title: The Battle Against the Gods. The sky ruptured as the gods descended upon Faraha. He stood atop the fractured remains of a dying star, his scythe humming with the echoes of annihilation. Solmara struck first, hurling Solaris like a comet, its core hotter than 1,000 suns. Faraha tilted his head. Time fractured. He stepped past the attack, gripping the spear midair and shattering it with a flex of his fingers. Zephyrian called forth storms, winds sharp enough to carve through planets. Faraha simply walked through them. The gales broke against his skin like whispers. With a flick of his wrist, he caught Tempest Fang and used it to summon a maelstrom so vast it drowned entire constellations. Aquarius and Teravis combined their forces, summoning tsunamis and quaking earth. Faraha raised his foot and stomped. Space itself quivered. The oceans evaporated, the mountains crumbled, and the gods were thrown back. Voidros lunged, his void-forged blade screaming with the hunger of oblivion. It struck Faraha's scythe, and for a moment existence itself trembled. Faraha's will was stronger. He twisted Oblivion's scythe, reversing the void's hunger back upon Voidros, consuming the god into his own abyss. Cronion froze time itself, trapping Faraha in an eternal moment. But Faraha existed beyond time. He reached through the frozen stillness, shattering Cronion's eon's hourglass, collapsing all possible futures into a single, inevitable moment, one where the gods fell. One by one, they fell. Their divine blood painted the stars. The heavens shattered, the divine realms collapsed, and all that remained was silence. Title: The Final Betrayal. Then came the moment of treachery. Morthos, his most trusted disciple, struck. With a whisper of false loyalty, he plunged Oblivion's scythe into Faraha's back. The blade, never meant to be wielded against its maker, tore through Faraha's very essence. His body unraveled, his power scattered. The gods rejoiced until they heard his final curse. With his last breath, Faraha erased the gods, celestials, and deities from existence. The heavens burned, the divine realms collapsed, and all that remained was silence. Title: The Age of Mortal Rule. Once, humanity had been immortal, their fates bound only by divine decree. No sickness, no aging, no death, only existence, dictated by gods. But now, with the gods annihilated, immortality was no more. The cycle of life and death fell to mankind. No gods, no miracles, only the rise and fall of mortals by their own merit. Faraha's power, his energy core, the remnants of the mightiest being to ever exist, lay scattered across the world, dormant but undying. A new era had begun, an era of mortals.
And that's a wrap. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and follow for more epic tales. But don't go too far. Part 2 is where things really take a wild turn. Curious about what happens next? Drop your guesses in the comments and stay tuned. You won't want to miss what's coming.
Thanks for watching. Until then, bye bye.